Let's get right to it, dog. You know it's raw. Well, let me catch you if you're showing off. I wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't want to get involved. I can admit it. I know what it's. I'm not tripping. I got to regroup. Niggas a fumble a bag. I get to the cash fast. Got to salute. I've been a hustler. Look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law because we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Put on their face. I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me that'll bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the salt of the earth. We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. You understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. There's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway. You ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business and take this money with you. I ain't dealing with no fucking children. If they not my own, going by myself, I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my weight and more just hopping on. They hear what I make, it starts to turn them on. I think it's sorcery, the way they rob the bone. The black magic stick, they stopping by my home when I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone so I can conquer shit and I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road and get my diesel on. She wanna drop it low and get her eagle on. My new bitch bad as fuck, she look like me alone. I came up from the dirt, was born right under y'all. And just like I don't want, said I just wanted ball. These niggas seasonal, I watch them leave and fall. The last gon' finish first, cause we some underdogs.
They say the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Nigga, we gonna rule this kingdom, nigga. This one West.
Ride to the sunset, slide to the moon fall. Boss all said ghetto, then I got him, that's my doggy dog. Don't bark, gotta mean bite, we them underdogs. Over off the wire, 5 yards, I'm pressing all of y'all. 9 niggas up like I'm director from a casting call. I don't give a fuck, you want beef, neck to all of y'all. UPK priest, lace up boost, then it's time to ball. The clip name Wendy, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas think they better than like who they think they better than. One West soldier, best believe we got that metal in. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Kept us at that trapper, hell yeah, I'ma let them know. Underdog, you niggas tripping, we'll be popping or you sniffing. Real crafty with that smithing, locked in on the mission, rocking all out. Who to take the hop out, you be bitching, caught the crew time. Now the Glock, glitch it, nigga.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere other than one that is not me. It's beef, we shred a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They brain got the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe. Connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Made for this. Nigga, I eat bars and drink flows, thinking you woke into your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, state bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him runner, he could try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Lamping these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this janitor with the mop stick. You gonna need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10, I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7", is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk, I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl, I'm talking about another gun. You head now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas, we burn the crib now. I'm ahead now, and I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga, I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop, that's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war, I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex, that's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Better check that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. I'ma show them it's a difference. I'ma only say this once, you better listen. When West is where it started, so you know that's where it finished. We got one main objective, nigga, let's complete the mission. We explaining what the who, lead them bitches in they feelings. Snub on me, only time I put my nose inside your business. I don't want my gun to show, so I wear my shirt bigger. This is our world, cause if this was your world, I'd be the villain. Break his whole block down, all I gotta do is business. Stuff in Mac shell drums, turn your crib to Sunday dinner. You don't live here, you visit, this my shit, it's a difference. I don't do lean, Lobos in my cup is what I'm sipping. I don't do dreams, I just say a prayer, go and get it. And it all work out, you know this ain't for play, this ain't for fun. I've been destined for this shit, niggas know that I'm the one. This shit can go 100 yards, you would think I kicked a punt. You would think I had a flare gun on go, you niggas run. They like he an Israelite, all he rap about is guns. Bitch, I'm an Israelite that own a lot of guns. What that nigga said who? Tell him watch the grind. Yeah, you must be crazy if you ever think of stopping mine. Knock all of the chains out you niggas, make them drop a dime. This tour is whole 12, it is not a zodiac sign. Piss me off, get me in my bag, make me drop a bomb, drop a nuke, make the world freeze, I can stop the time. Watch what you do, cause once you do it, you can't press rewind. On purpose, I do the opposite, so nigga cross the line. This is different, I ain't looking for trouble, but on point, case you think I rap. Turn them to a vegetable, lead this nigga cabbage patch. No new niggas with me, if you see them, then they got my back. Got it out the mud, big stepping, you can see the tracks, follow me. I can teach you something, have her see relax. If you gonna speak on anything, just make sure it's fact. It's a difference, we are not the same, help them notice that. Pay attention, watch how we move, we can know we can't. Hang around all real niggas, then we move as one. This ain't Fortnite, get into it, ain't no 1v1. The smoke I bring to you, you can't take it in with your lung. Life about warfare, we just make it look fun. She asked what kind of oil I got on, I told her give them some. What's the only real niggas left, you better get you one. Chicken shop, giving out wings if I pull a drum. It's a difference, you better watch your words before you eat your tongue. Scrape the whole plate, not a trace nor leave a crumb. Ice falling off the watching chain like it's freezer burn. Daring somebody to say my name, I would eat to him. Loyalty means everything, so I don't eat with them.
All right, bear with me one second. All right, see the sound, the wild. Understand. All right. See if the sound check, mic check. See if the sound check. All right, no sweat. Hey, shalom, y'all. Shimmy, I shot brought a thumb. Yeah, how was Shema? Thumb by Shimmy, I was shot. Priest and Officer Quata Zachariah. And this is the Brotherhood and Unity class. And we titled this class is How to Change. You know, a lot of people in the world, and a lot of people might, know the term being born again, right? How to change, man. We're gonna get into that today. Yeah, man, but give me what I always start with, because this one is this scripture where he about to say right now is one of the key components of you changing. And I'm gonna break it down. Yeah, man. It's like it. Go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
No,
this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Listen, the Bible says, for thou art an holy people. The Bible says we are a holy people. For those who just now coming inside this truth, for those who are remitting the truth, you got to program this into your head. Yeah, man. A lot of Christians think holy is something that is not. Holy is not saying and praising the Lord and jumping and screaming and going to church and giving that man all your money and making it feel good. That's not being holy. Being holy is, in the Hebrew, is kodash, and it means separate. You are a separate people. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible says you are separate people. And you got to understand, too, in order to change, you have to be separate. You have to isolate yourself from this society. You understand what I'm saying? In order to change. You understand? You gotta. That's why you know the 90-day rule is so important in the I.S.U.P.K, because you're shedding yourselves of the world. You understand what I'm saying? Read from the top.
Come. For thou art in holy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. We are a separate people unto the Lord thy God. Now, what do that mean? Unto the Lord thy God. Understand what I'm saying? You have to separate yourself and be with the Most High. Basically, do what the Most High wants you to do. You got to be separate with Him. You know what I mean? He's not down with all these false religions. He's not down with these false ideologies. He's not down with Islam. He's not down with Christianity. He's not down with the dietary law that America promotes. He's not down with the ideologies America promotes. He's not down with any of those things. He is separate. And He wants you to be separate too as well. This is one of the key things that you need to understand to change. You have to shed yourself from the world. You have to get away from all of the things that destroys you in this world. Understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself.
The Lord thy God chose you to be a special people unto Himself, which means that you belong to the Most High, man. You belong to the Most High. Now, let me ask you a question. This is going to be aimed towards the brothers. You have a woman, you have a wife, right? You understand what I'm saying? And she's sleeping with every man that's known to man. She is for the streets, and you find out that she's for the streets. Let me ask you a question. Do that make her special? And if not, what do that make her? I'm gonna let that simmer, marinate in your spirit real fast. You understand what I'm saying? For time's sake, she is not special, because if my woman ever sleep with any man other than me, she will not be considered special. You know what I mean? The Bible say blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are a special people, but we don't act like it. We play the harlot like the Bible say. We play the harlot so much to the point that we're not special. But we got to start acting like we're special, because the Most High want us to be special. The Most High said we're a special people, but we're for everybody. We're for the streets. We are in bed with Islam. We're in bed with Christianity. We're in bed with feminism. We're in bed with all these ideologies that's destroying the black community as we speak today. Keep going.
Above all people.
Above all people. Keep going.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Listen, you are not above all people today upon the face of this earth right now. You understand what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because you don't move like the chosen people of God.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're not willing to change your life to be above all people that's upon the face of this earth. Now go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to be above all people, you have to change your life. If you want rulership, you have to change your life. You can't you can't want to have anything good come in your life if you still doing the same thing and it's not working and you getting the worst results. You got the scripture? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. Mm-hmm. And it shall come to pass.
Shall come to pass. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
To observe.
To observe.
And to do all His commandments.
And to do all His commandments. In order for you to change, you got to do these commandments, man. You got to keep these commandments that the Bible is telling you to keep. Keep going.
Now, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
Take your time. That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
The Lord thy God will set thee on high if you observe and do all His commandments, man. You have to change your life in order to be set on high. You can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster expecting you to rule anything. You can't, be putting your wife away because, thinking you're going to rule anything. You can't be celebrating Christmas. You can't be celebrating none of these holidays thinking you're going to rule anything. You are for everybody. You're weak. In the I.S.U.P.K, we build you up to make you strong so you can fight those demons. You understand? So you won't do, what you did yesterday or 2 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could you go back to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6?
Okay. This is the book, Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
And also, too, man, like, we are hard-headed. The main reason why blacks and Hispanics don't change, because we're hard-headed. The Bible says we are stiff-necked people. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get that real quick. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I'm going to get it real quick for you. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible says we are stiff-necked people. You understand what I'm saying? We are a stiff-necked people. We are hard-headed. Man. We are very hard-headed. We gotta get out of that mind state. You understand what I'm saying? In order to get out of that mind state, you gotta come and keep these commandments of the Most High God, man. That's what you're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta keep these commandments, man. It's very vital for your survival. It's vital for your nation's survival to come inside of the I.S.U.P.K to come and do what the Lord wants you to do. The Lord wants you to serve him, you understand? And he wants you to listen to what he has to say and do what he wants you to do. And then keep these commandments. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot eat shrimp, crab, or lobster. You cannot celebrate Christmas or all these wicked holidays. You cannot leave your woman. Your woman can't leave you. Sex is marriage. A man can have more than one woman. Understand what I'm saying? We cannot be getting into all these zodiac signs and stuff like that. Understand what I'm saying? Hey, Shalom, little crazy. What's going on, man? Hey, how you, man? Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. You understand what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. Yeah, man. So you gotta understand that, man. We definitely have to come and shed ourselves from the world, man. And coming in here it's the key component of doing so, man. And man, now if you could, can you give me Exodus chapter 32? I believe 32 and 9. Give me a second. Hold on, I'm gonna find it for you. I believe it's Exodus chapter 32 and 9. Hey, what's going on, sis? All right, no sweat. Exodus, I believe it's Exodus 32 and 9. Let me look at it though, make sure. Yeah, you can grab it. 36. So like Exodus 36 and 9. Yeah, 36 and 9. Sorry, 32 and 9. So like 32 and 9.
Exodus 32 and 9.
Yeah, the what?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
Go ahead.
I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
It is a what?
Stiff-necked people.
The Bible say that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are hard-headed. Stiff-necked just means hard-headed in today's terms. We are a stiff-necked people. Like if you like me growing up, I always used to hear this term. My uncle used to tell me when I used to be the running the streets and all that. I want to listen to all that. I'm pretty sure we all heard it in this classroom right now. You understand? A hard head make it soft. So and I had to go through it, man, because I was hard headed. Like I used to do a lot of things in the world that I'm not proud of, right? Yeah, man. So I came back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Yeah, now I'm not stiff-necked. Now I'm not hard-headed. Now I'm not difficult. You understand what I'm saying? Now I actually hear, what the men of the Lord above me tell me and how to move out here, man, because it's very important. You understand what I'm saying? But I grew up being hard-headed. Nathan grew up being hard-headed. Most of our brothers and sisters are hard-headed. You understand what I'm saying? Like half of my family is stubborn. You feel what I'm saying? Half of my family is stubborn. They don't want to hear it. They stuck in their way. If you're not getting no results from it, if you see it's not working, why you keep doing it? It's just that demon on you that's keep festering inside of you to want to do it. You know what I mean? Because if I'm telling you, like, you should stop smoking cigarettes, you're going to get cancer when you smoking those cigarettes. Nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. Then next thing you go to the doctor, you got heart disease. Then you didn't want to listen to me. You know what I mean? Like, well, I tell you, oh, you need to slow down on that drinking. Even though drinking is lawful, you slow down on that drinking. Now you're drinking and driving, now you're getting car crash, you unalive someone because you're hard-headed. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get out of that mind state. We got to humble ourselves and learn what this Bible is telling us. You know what I mean? Because Deuteronomy 28 verse 1, it say, "Will observe and do his commandments." Observe is like another word for learn. You got to peep game. You got to do these things, man. If you want to be in rulership, if you want to have a kingdom, you have to do these commandments. You have to learn them, and you have to just do them. You know, just like General Hazayan always say, and then like, you know, it's no excuse that we today. There's no excuse that we can't keep these commandments. Today we can keep the commandments in America. You understand what I'm saying? We can keep these commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Slack, what's your name? I forgot your name. Devontae. Okay. You've been here in a minute, I mean, but that's the Most High in Christ that you hear, man. Most High in Christ, man. If you could, can you give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15? You understand what I'm saying? Anything to what? Nathan. Anything to what? All right, no sweat. I mean, just let me know when you got it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we are a stiff-necked people, man. 28 and 15. I mean, you got it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Listen, it will come to
observe to do all his commandments
and
his statutes.
That's like it. Read from the top, but slow it down a little bit. All right, go ahead.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. Go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It will come to pass when you will not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God. It's going to come to pass. Ain't that happening today? We ain't listening to the Most High. Listen, why they just fighting? Then the officer in the car just post up something with the fruity. I call them fruity peppers. I don't know. I call them fruity peppers. I'm trying to be a little bit sensitive. I mean, I don't know what to say. When they just fighting at that at the little parade or something. I mean, then they just to shoot up a park. You know when they did Ed, it's like we're not listening to the Most High God. We want to do what we want to do. You know the Bible says, "Love thy brother as thyself." We want to do what we want to do. If we don't like this person, we're going to do anything by any means to harm them. You understand what I'm saying? Just like, downtown when I don't know, was it downtown, but, I'm pretty sure it's downtown. They get in the fights. You know what I mean? Because they don't really care about one another. They don't love one another. Just like the Muslims want to be unalive one another because they don't care and love one another. Because if they did, they will be all together. We are all separate. We don't supposed to be separate. But this Bible say, if it come to pass, if you don't listen to the Lord thy God, go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To observe, to do all his commandments. Just like I said in 28 verse 1. You know what I mean? Now it's telling you, like, all right, if you listen to the Most High God, I'm going to put you in a place of rulership. Now, this is saying now, if you don't listen to the Lord thy God, this is going to happen. Go ahead.
And his statutes which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
All these curses, right? What is a curse? Do anybody know what a curse is? You want to take a stab at it? Go ahead.
I guess what's coming to us, I want to listen. Probably diseases.
Right. Okay. I mean, that would be a disease. Would be a curse. Now, do you know what a curse is, young man K? I just need one word. It's one word. There you go, young man. A curse is just a punishment. Y'all should know how The Christian church made curse like spooky. Like America made curses spooky. Like this thing about when you see like a witch and try to zap you and turn you into a frog or something like that. They think a curse is something like that. A curse is just a punishment. That's all a curse is. You know what I mean? Now you understand what a curse is. Now you look around at our people and then you say, okay, damn, we really living in the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. You know what I mean? Now if you could, drop down to 54. That's one of my favorite scriptures I want to go to. And this is how we need to understand that if we don't listen to the Most High God, we're going to be punished, just like a father will punish their disobedient child. I mean, I have a son. I have two sons. You understand? And if my son get out of order, what do you think is going to happen? Sometimes I might send him to his room. Sometimes that might not work. Sometimes I might have to tap his chest. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, somebody I had to talk to him. It depends. But he's going to get punished. He's going to be held accountable for his actions. And that's what we fail to realize. We don't want to take accountability of our actions. You understand what I'm saying? We think we do no wrong. We are hard-headed. We don't hear nothing. We don't hear nothing but what we want to do. And it doesn't work. Have you ever been in the black community? You see nothing but death. That's all you see in the black community, man. And I was in that before. I was in that mind state before. I had to change and step back and look at my community. I couldn't be in it. I had to step back and say, okay, this is not right. That's not normal. When you start to learn more, like this is not normal. This is kind of strange now. This is not how we were supposed to be like. But now it's like, okay, we read Deuteronomy. It's like, okay, I see it now. Go to read 54.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Mm-hmm.
So that the man that is tender among you.
That man that is tender among you, go ahead.
And very delicate.
And very delicate. Now, when you hear that, you may be thinking like, oh, it's talking about a soft, feminine man, right? That's not what it's talking about. It's talking about a man that has compassion. You understand what I'm saying? Of his brother, of his sister. Keep going.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother. And we also can, relate that to the sisters too. I mean, just because it might say brother, you could still, sisters have evil eyes towards each other too. So we have an evil eye towards one another. Can somebody in the room give me an example of what an evil eye is towards their brother or their sister? Anybody? Go ahead.
Hate on when they do better.
Exactly, like that's one of them. The jealousy. You understand what I'm saying? Envy. You understand? You envy. Oh, you mad because he got that, so you want to take it. You understand what I'm saying? He got this nice watch, so you want to take it. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I want his his woman is fine. She bad. I want to try to sleep with her. That's what that is. That's what that evil eye is. Oh, he stepped on my shoes. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh, he grilled me. Now we beefing. Like this is a lot of stuff is what it. That's what an evil eye is. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you looking at your brother, you don't got no reason to be even mad at him. You just looking at him because, he got the nice clothes on. He getting more money than you. Like that's a punishment. That's a curse. You want to know why? Because we stopped keeping these commandments. Now, guess what happens when he keep these commandments? When he start to change, right? Because once you change, you lift the curses up off you. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I said Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1 is say, if you do and keep these commandments, you'll be set on high. You have to change your life in order to break a curse. Understand what I'm saying? You have to change your life to break a curse. I'm pretty sure we heard about generational curses, right? How do we break them? Continue to do the same thing, or do we change? If we know that eating pork is causing high blood pressure in your family, and you're passing it down to your children, and you know that it doesn't work, why keep doing it? Why is smoking and cigarettes and getting high is not helping us? Why keep doing it? So you have to break away from that. You know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta do it alone. Sometimes, listen, my mother smoked weed. My mom get high. I love my mom, right? I had to step back, like, I love you, mom, but that's not what I do. And every time I see it, I'm like, you need to stop smoking them blunts. Because I'm breaking that curse. I'm breaking that punishment. That's what I'm doing. So now my son is shy. He ain't gonna never grow up to know what a blunt tastes like, or how to feel to be high. He ain't gonna never feel that feeling ever. I hope not. Lord, hope God forbid he ever had to go through that, like I did, like me and seeing my mom do. Understand what I'm saying? That's how you break a generation curse. I'm the start, but they still doing it. You know what I mean, you don't let nobody pull you back inside that world, man. You come in the I.S.U.P.K, you clean yourself up. When you clean yourself up, it's the most amazing thing that you can do. You know what I mean? That's the most amazing thing that you can do is change. Everybody needs to change. If you don't think you need to change, something is wrong. It's like something is wrong with you. You understand what I'm saying? Something is clearly wrong with you. Because especially black folks, they definitely need to change. Like, I'm sorry. Listen, I don't need to change. No, you need to change. You're crazy. You need to change. You need some help. There's nothing wrong with needing help. But guess what? We got to understand that we're under these curses too, because we're so far gone that we don't even know that we're being punished. Ain't that crazy? We're so far gone, we don't even know we've been punished. If I ever go to an average black man in the hood and say, yo, you know you're being cursed? You're like, I don't want to hear that. Continue rolling his blunt. That's what's going to happen. They don't want to hear that. But me coming in here is like, oh, okay, damn, I'm peeping game now. So this is really going on. Now you change. Now, how do you change? Do anybody know how to change in here? You want to take a shot at the thing? How do we supposed to change and get out of and change who you are when you was in the world? How do you do it?
How do you change? First, you got to recognize the demon and that demon.
Right. Okay. What about you, young man D?
Recognize the demon and learn the Lord's statutes and commandments.
Right. What about you, young man K? Turn from everything. That's all good answers. What about you, sis? You want to answer it? That's fine. I know you okay. Yeah. All of them was right answers, right? All of them definitely right answers, man. And I'll piggyback on it. Like, you have to turn away from all the bad things that you do. You got to turn away from all the evil things that you do. It's very important that you do it, because that's the main reason why we dying out here. If I continue to say, okay, I'm gonna rob my brother, and I don't change that, I'm either gonna be dead or in jail, or nobody not going to be around me because I want to rob everybody. You know, you already know there's one person like to take it. You don't want him at your house. He steals everything. He ain't even listen. He not even a crackhead. He just like to take stuff and steal because that's just part of his nature. You ain't want to be around that, right? Well, that could have been you. That could have been you, right? But you gotta change. Like, that man, you better pray and hope he could come back in here and change too. But God, like, oh, I turned away from that. Now I'm looking at him like, dang, that was me before. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, the thun, we'll get the thun to do it. I need Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Yeah, man. You got it? You got it?
Okay.
Man, you quick on your feet.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
What?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Let's say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What is that knowledge? Anybody want to take a stab at it? What is that knowledge? What young man did?
Knowledge to know who we are and what the law, statutes, and commandments is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Damn right. Yeah. I mean, knowledge is knowing who you are. Knowledge is the actual law, statute, and commandments. Now I'm gonna get a precept for you, Nathan. Give me you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yep. Kind of. You wait to hear that. It's like, but no. Yeah. Give me that one, man. To understand what young man D is saying. I mean, knowledge is the law, statute, and commandments. But guess what though? We can have all the knowledge in the world. You know how much people that know about Deuteronomy 7:6? You know how much people know about not eating pork? Muslims know not to eat pork. But listen, when I was living in Kensington and these Muslim sisters that next to me, I walked past you a whole Christmas tree in the house. You can have knowledge and not to eat pork. But are you applying it? Are you actually doing what it says? This is why we call Muslim Christians, because they think like Christians. Like, you got to do what it says. You can know anything. Listen, I can know how to change your light. But what if the light go out and I just sit in the dark for 2 years? You have to give some type of application to the knowledge. You got the scripture? Go ahead.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
I have taught you statutes and judgment. Judgments is another word for a punishment or a curse. Go ahead.
Even as the Lord my God had commanded me.
Go ahead.
That ye should do so in the land, whether ye go to possess it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Keep therefore and do them. Keep them commandments, man. Keep. You heard this. We were rejected of our people was destroyed for lack of knowledge. Knowledge is the law, statutes, and commandments, right? But it said, keep therefore and do them. To do is applying them. You're applying these commandments. Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom.
For this is your wisdom. Listen, as soon as now you got the knowledge. Now you know who you are. Now you know you got to keep the commandments. Now you know that you can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You can't celebrate Christmas. Your man can have another woman. You understand what I'm saying? Once you start to understand these things and doing them, go ahead.
For this is your wisdom.
For this is your wisdom. Now you're becoming wise because now you know the basics. Now you know the knowledge. Now you know these law, statutes, and commandments, right? Now you're becoming more wise based off of the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. And your understanding.
And your understanding. Now, when you get the wisdom, now you understand a lot more. Now you understand it. Remember that, young man D, you remember when I first came in here? Am I the same person? Yeah, you was there. I wasn't all black with you. You know what I mean? I was a young man. I was a trooper. You know what I mean? Now I passed my officer test. I was an officer of 50. Now I'm an officer of 500. You understand what I'm saying? And you was there. And you seen the change. And you still coming in strong too. Just keep that same spirit, man. You'll be right here with me. Right here? It be you next. It be you next too back there. It be you. But keep coming strong and have that spirit on y'all, man. Like I said, like, once you get the knowledge, you got to apply it in order to get that wisdom. And so you get that wisdom, you got that understanding now. Keep going, Nathan.
Oh, God. In the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Now, I'm asking you a question. We don't change. And I always say this too. The main reason why the other nations could say something about us is because all of the things that we do to one another. Now, for example, police brutality, right? You know, we marching, we complaining about the oppressor unaliving one of our brothers or sisters, right? What is the main reason they say or argument that an oppressor would use to combat that? Do you know? Go ahead. Black on black crime. Oh, well, y'all do black on black crime. Y'all unalive yourselves, right? But what if we stop? What if we stop doing all the things that they say, well, y'all are ignorant, y'all savages, y'all this, y'all that, y'all this. What if we stop doing all of the things that they argue about? Now, when a police officer unalive one of our brothers, what can they say? We are wise and understanding people. So, I know they ain't do that. Just like certain people, you know somebody, you're like, no, he ain't got it in them. He ain't do that. She ain't do that. You know, right? That'll show they how racist they are. But that will show them. That will actually, the world will actually see it. Like, oh, well, they don't bother nobody. Why are you unaliving them? We know that these people are lawful. We know these people are peaceful. We know these people don't bother anybody. So why is this man laying on the ground gasping for air and you got his foot on his neck? Why are you doing it? We got to stop giving people something to say about us. You know what I mean? They say the most negative things about us because we do it to ourselves. We got to stop that. You know what I mean? We got to keep these commandments because we're not supposed to unalive one another. We're not supposed to do what the Bible says. That's a commandment. We're not supposed to unalive our brother. Understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could go back to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Okay, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Our people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You go out, you go back to that ghetto, man. You see nothing but destroyed people, and this is why I get like. Don't you know? I'm pretty sure you've been in prison, or when you trying to change your life, and people just test you. They just test you. Like I know a lot of brothers that come out of prison. You know what I mean? They trying to do right, but then they just get tested. Then they go right back to the same thing that got them put in there. Understand what I'm saying? Like, even when you change, somebody's going to test you. Sometimes I'll be wanting to break somebody's jaw. Sometimes, like I had that feeling. Sometimes I'll be wanting to snap somebody's neck because of how they are out there, our people, right? But I can't do that because I know my people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. I know he don't know better. I know that he don't know who he are. He lost out here. So I got to be more strategic. I got to be more wise. Now I'm gonna defend myself by all cause, but if I could avoid it, I'm gonna use my words of wisdom to avoid anything to try to harm my brother or put my brother in the ground. Because it's the last thing I want to do. You understand what I'm saying? The last thing I want to do is harm one of my brothers, harm one of my sisters. You understand what I'm saying? By just using my mind and the way I talk, because you could get out a lot of stuff by the way you talk, and maybe you could gain that brother, and that brother could be in all black with us. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we got to do. We got to look at it like that. Because, boy, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm talking about. Listen, we all from the hood, man. You know what I'm talking about. People try you, and it's like, dang, I understand that he destroyed. I understand that he traumatized. I understand that he never had his father. I understand all these things. So I look at him a little bit different. Just like sisters. I remember when I was in the world, I used to look at sisters as a piece of meat. Like, brothers always want to look at a sister behind. I had to stop doing that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what this sister going through. I don't know what type of mind she has. I don't know if she's broken. I don't know if she's traumatized too. You understand what I'm saying? So why should I keep doing that to my sister, looking at her as a piece of meat? Because she's more than that, right? You know what I mean? She's more than that. She's the most important thing in this book. I mean, she's the most powerful thing in this book. You understand what I'm saying? So why should I look at my sister like that? You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm trying to make her not a gardening tool. I don't want to say the word, but I don't want to make her no gardening tool. I want to make her for the streets. I want to make her a wife. I want to make her a princess, because that's what she really is a princess. But guess what? You know, they destroyed out there, and it's kind of hard to do it, but you can't look at them like that. Now, all means, you got to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody put their hands on you, but you know what I mean? If it's just words, just let it be, because they destroyed it. Yeah, man, we got to try to get them back in here. Get them back to following these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's what we have to do. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Nathan, give me Isaiah chapter 28, verse 29. And man, this is a thing that we need to understand too on how to change. When you come in these doors, the scripture is going to tell you what you need to do. Go ahead, read that scripture.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
This also cometh forth from the Lord of hosts.
For the Lord of hosts. Go ahead. The man of war. Go ahead.
Which is wonderful in counsel and excellent in work.
Oh, Salaki, hold on. Wait. Let me get there with you. I don't think that's it. Hold on. Isaiah 29. No, hold on.
You said Isaiah 28 and 9?
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought you said 29.
Oh, no, 28 and 9.
Come.
Yeah, okay.
This is the book of Isaiah, 28, verse 9.
Go ahead.
Who shall he teach knowledge?
Here go that word knowledge again. Who shall he teach knowledge? Go ahead.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Who shall he make to understand doctrine? Stuff I'm talking about now. Who is made to understand this? Go ahead.
Them that are weaned from milk.
Go ahead.
And drawn from the breast.
Listen, who's going to understand this book is the ones that are going to become a baby again. You got to empty your mind out to all the bull crap that you learned out in the world. You got to empty it all out. You got to be a baby again. You got to be a shy again. Hey, Slacker, shout out to your shy. You got to be a baby again. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be a baby again. I mean, think about a baby. Matter of fact, this young man K, just like you. You know what I mean? How old are you? You're 13, right? You're 13 years old, man. Imagine if you would have came in, we was a baby. All the stuff that you in your head that you know now will not be there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, guess what? It's hope for you. You're 13, you in here. That's a good thing to be at a young age to be in here. That's a great thing. It's brothers that's in here that coming inside this truth that's like 40 and 50 years old. Not saying that, you know, they can't change, but it's easier for you to change more than that older person. Because a lot of older people, they be stuck in any way. You know what I mean? There's a lot of demons on them. You know what I mean? You're a little fresh. You understand what I'm saying? So it's hope for you. So when you come in here and start to learn these law, statutes, and commandments, when you get by 18, you probably be a captain. Listen, you probably be ruling over people. I mean, you'll be an Ottawa. You understand what I'm saying? And that's very important. Then all this stuff you're not going to be exposed to. You're gonna see brothers. You're gonna see brothers getting high. You're gonna see brothers trapping. You're gonna see brothers doing all types of evilness, and you're not gonna do it because now you know how to combat that. While learning at a young age, you know how to combat all that stuff. You might have friends that might get high. You might have friends that sell drugs, but you know how to combat it now because you up in here. You know what I mean? You ain't six. Listen. When you get to high school, that's the worst. Listen, high school is a different demon than middle school. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit different. And man, listen, I know what I'm talking about. It's a little different, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you come in here at a young age, man, it's very important, you know what I mean? And just like this Bible is saying, is like you got to be weaned from the milk. You got to learn all the milk. You know what I mean? Just like a baby is suckling on his mother's breast, like you got to become a baby again. You know what I mean? You got to be goo goo gaga. You don't know nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you come in here you think you know something. Honestly, you don't. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta get rid of all that filth that's in our. I mean, like a baby is pure, right? So we got to get rid of all that filth that's in us. All that filth is in us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, you got to become a baby again. Now, matter of fact, if you could, I want to touch on this too. Go to 10.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept.
Listen, man, you can't read the Bible straight through. Like, I mean, you can read for stories and to know it, but if you want to understand this Bible, it's like to say, who shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? To understand this doctrine, understand this Bible, you got to do precept upon precept. Go ahead.
Go. Precept upon precept.
Go ahead.
Line upon line.
Line upon line. You got to jump back and forth through this Bible to know it. Go ahead.
Line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
Here a little, there a little. So I might let it slide in this thing. Go to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And I mean, what is knowledge? Jump back to, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. And man, you got to go back and forth so you can break it down like that. And that's the milk, you know what I mean, that you getting from these scriptures. The little simple things till you can get the meat. You know what I mean? Because it's just like a baby. A baby don't get solid foods right away. They get the milk. They get the simplest things. And that's what we got to come in here to understand. When you come in here, you're going to get Deuteronomy 7-6. You're going to get that you're supposed to separate. You are a holy people. You're the chosen people of God. understand what I'm saying? You're above all people that's upon the face of this earth. You won't get that program in here. That's one of my favorite scriptures. I ain't know Deuteronomy 7:6 was like that until I got broken down in here. We are a separate people. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, Nathan, can you give me give me Psalm chapter 119 and 66, Baba Kashal. I'm gonna get right with you because I forgot what that one was, but I think I know what it is. But
119 what?
Yeah, verse 66. I think I know what it is though. I mean, this is strictly how to change today. It's usually Brotherhood class, but I'm talking about how to change. So we understand, like y'all. I mean, understand. Earlier in the class, I said, in order to change, you got to separate yourself. You got to isolate yourself from this world. When you come inside the I.S.U.P.K, we got a program for brothers and sisters. 90 days. You shed yourself of the world. You isolate yourself from the world. For brothers, you already know you're going out all black. You get that Hebrew name in 90 days. You understand what I'm saying? The sister do her 90 days, she get a Hebrew name too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you shed yourself of the world. You got to become a baby again. You can't come in here and with the world and that folly in the world. You understand what I'm saying? You got it?
Come.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 66.
Go ahead.
Teach me good judgment.
Teach me good judgment. That's what I'm doing right now. Go ahead.
And knowledge. For I have believed thy commandments.
Oh no. All right, go to Proverbs chapter 28, verse 13.
You said 28 what?
13. And real fast.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 13.
Go ahead.
He that covereth his sin shall not prosper.
He that cover his sin shall not prosper. If you want to change, you gotta let people. You gotta let yourself know at first that damn, I am a drug addict. I am a thief. I am an unaliver. I am all these evil things. You gotta let yourself know that first. You cannot say that the best thing that you can do is admit to your problems. If you want to change your problems, if you want to fix your problems, you gotta admit that there's a problem and you are the problem. Keep going.
Come. So like you said.
13,
right? But whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy.
Listen, man. You confess, Lord will have mercy on you, man. If you say, I am a disgusting bastard, I am a drug addict that used to get high, that's a good thing. Let it out. We need to know. You just keep it in there, try to hide. Now, I might see you copping up some weed on the 52nd and Market. I'm riding in my wheel. I'm like, oh, it does. You buying weed? I didn't even know you had a weed problem. You know what I mean? Tell yourself that you're a drug addict. Tell yourself that you're a thief. Tell yourself that you are an adulterer. Tell yourself these things so you can change. So you can fix the problem. Go get some help. Talk to somebody. Call somebody. Don't do it on your own. Salakia, sir. I have a terrible weed problem and I need to fight it. Call somebody. Confess it to somebody. Because the Lord won't have mercy on you. But you're trying to hide it and cover it up. Just like, matter of fact, Salakia, you see Black Watch with the guy, with the pastor? Yo, with the pastor, somebody commented on it. Okay, it was like this pastor. I guess he got caught up with a 16-year-old boy in the I guess like in the restricted area, right? But he was acting like nothing was going on, right? But somebody in the comments was like, because I believe it's the GEN.YAHANNA or General Muhammad or Commander General Yohanna said that they do it in the church, and somebody was like, he was trying to hide. he tried to do it in the church. He tried to hide from God, you know what I mean, in the back seat and all that. But the Most High is still watching you. It's just because you don't do it in the place of God, don't mean He watching you 24/7. What you're doing, He watching you more than I'm watching you. He gonna know more than I do. But it's gonna come out. You have to confess in order to change. You got to tell that you have a problem in order to change. You have to do it. If you don't do it, you're gonna continue to be like that. How many people I know that don't think nothing wrong with them? They think nothing wrong with them. I stay away from it because I know something wrong with them. I know they're gonna try to pull me back into it and try to get me to sin. You know, and also too, this is how you know that you change. Has anybody ever in this room had anybody that they close to say, "Man, you changed. Dang, you don't act the same no more. Something different about you." That's how you're supposed to have people look at you as. If nobody not saying that to you, not you saying, "I have changed." You don't say it. Let other people say it. Let other people say, "Damn, he changed." Then Nathaniel Allah, he changed. Nathaniel Allah is not the same person he used to be a year ago. He is a different person. You understand what I'm saying? You said 2 weeks. But yeah, that's what you have to do. Like, you have to get people to say it. You don't say it. Cause I'm not gonna believe you. You gotta show me. But if I say it, what you think about young man D or young man K or Nathaniel Allah? Like, oh yeah, no, they changed a lot, man. They talk different, they walk different, they act different. I don't know, maybe because they in the cult or something. I don't know. Maybe they in the cult. You know what I mean? That's when you say, okay, this person really changed. You know, just like, when I came in, I'm in the truth. Well, my little 2 years I've been in here, yeah, man, I changed a lot. But people seen it. It wasn't I was saying it. You see it. You seen it. You can say like, yo, like he got a whole. I ain't got the little head. I ain't got the head joint on no more. If I retired that joint, you understand what I'm saying? I got an old, war scarf on. Like, that's still a war scarf, but I still got the, like I got the priestly garment on now. You understand what I'm saying? I don't got the all black on, like I came here before. Now I got colors. You know what I mean? I ain't got the all black. I got blue on my shirt. You know what I mean? So it's like now I'm up here teaching. It's like I changed tremendously, and it wasn't because I was saying it. It's because somebody else seen it in me. That's why I got my Hebrew name, because somebody seen it in me. That's why I got took the officer's test, because somebody seen it in me. That's why I became an officer 500, because somebody seen it in me. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I changed. You know what I mean? Through somebody else telling me. Now they say, yo, Quadazar, you slacking, you lacking, you need to tighten up. That mean I ain't doing nothing. That mean I ain't changing. You gotta hear that sometimes though, especially from your brothers. This is a brotherhood class. You gotta hear that you falling off. You need to tighten up. You know what I mean? You have to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Nathan, if you could, give me Ephesians chapter 4, verse 20. Yeah, this is one of my favorite scriptures too. Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite scriptures too. Matter of fact, no, give me 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. I'm gonna start right there first, and then I'm go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature.
Listen, you come in here and you shed yourself for the world, and you start to change, you're going to be a new creature in Christ. A new creature is a new person. You're going to become a new thing in Christ. And that's very important. You have to become new. You have to become a baby again. You have to become new. You have to learn all over again. That's what you have to do. You have to learn all over again. You have to know what it's like to be an Israelite, a brother, a sister, a husband, a wife. You got to learn all that all over again, because you was doing it wrong. You understand what I'm saying? You was doing it wrong. This is why the I.S.U.P.K is here to teach you to become new again, to change your life, to stop getting high, to stop eating all that bull crap. Don't be a glutton. Don't be lazy. The Bible is against lazy people. If you was lazy, you got to change that. If you mentally lazy, You got to change that. You physically lazy, you got to change that. You got to put in work, especially when you become a trooper. You want to be a you want to get your Hebrew name. You want to get up in these ranks. You want to lead black men and black women. You got to put in work. You cannot be lazy. Understand what I'm saying? You got to put in work in here. Understand what I'm saying? And that's how you become a new person, man. By changing all these things that's bad for you. Changing all these things that's bad for you is how you change. Somebody got to tell you. Sometimes parents got to be told they're terrible parents. They got to say it. Yo, you are a terrible parent. You're a bad parent. Somebody got to say it. If nobody don't say it, guess what? You don't change. I was having a conversation with somebody. I was like, you know why you act the way you act? Because somebody don't tell you what you're doing wrong. Everybody just sit back and let you do all of the bull crap and all the evil things that you do because nobody ain't saying it to you. But guess what? The I.S.U.P.K is going to tell you what you're doing wrong. We're going to tell you that you're a drug addict. We're going to tell you that you need to stop getting high. You need to stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You got to stop doing all these things. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to tell you. We're not going to be that friend out in the world that just let you do anything. You can't do anything up in here. You got to change. You got to be a new creature. You know, it's what? Huh? All right, you want to? Huh? All right, no sweat. All right. I mean, you got to be a new creature. You understand what I'm saying? So, but like I was saying, like, so I can say, you want to take the play? I'm in the bus. All right, but like I said, you got to be a new creature in Christ, man, and coming in here, man, you have to change completely. There's nothing wrong. And then when I say change completely, don't mean you think I'm like, you got to change everything about yourself. Like, you can be funny. You can still play video games. I like to play video games. You can play video games. You can still do things that you was doing in the world, but all that evil, filthiness that's going against the Most High, you got to get rid of it. You got to get rid of it. You understand what I'm saying? Keep all the good things about you. Because, you know, when I was in the world, I didn't celebrate Christmas. I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving. I stopped at a young age. I started like 18. And I started to read and start to learn about pagan holidays before I even knew I was Israelite. I mean, I stopped eating certain things. I was a vegetarian for a long time. I was a vegan for a long, vegetarian. I'm gonna say vegetarian because I'm a vegan's full of crap. But I was a vegetarian for a long time. You know what I mean? But you know, then I just like, it's just crazy, man. I just changed a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing stuff in the world that was good. I mean, not saying that eating meat is bad. Eating meat ain't bad, but you know, I was just all the good things I had. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep. But I got started. I used to get high. I used to smoke weed. I used to be a pothead. I used to be a pothead. I'm talking about. I used to spend $300 to $400 on weed every day a week or so, like by myself. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I changed that. That was one of my biggest demons was marijuana. You understand? To the point I had withdrawal. You know what I mean? Like, I was angry, I was mad, I couldn't eat for like I was on dope. I was smoking that stuff so bad I was waking up in cold sweats. You gonna say you remember? I was waking up in cold sweats. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, now with that, I'm gonna step down. You wanna come in? All right, I'm gonna pass the class off to the real quick. Yeah, man, get home some little shine. What do you think?
Get that priest of prophet another Papa man. Shalom Israel, this is priest and officer Nathan. I.S.U.P.K started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commander GEN.YAHANNA. Today we are teaching Brotherhood class. I mean, we're teaching the Black, Spanish, and Native Indians what it's like to be a brother or to be a sister to one another. You know what I mean? And to do that, you got to get back into these laws. You got to understand, like also quite as I was bringing out earlier, you got to understand that you are special people. You're a special people. You're not like the Chinese, the Arabs, or the white man. You're not like these people out here. Right. So with that being said, if you could give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, you gotta understand that. And like you said, you got to drill this in your head. You got to teach this to your sons. Teach this to your rib. Teach this to your whoever that's in your household. I mean, so they can understand that and understand who they are. If you got it, you can read it.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You are a holy people, black man, black woman, black Hispanic man, Hispanic woman. You are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. You shouldn't be in these Christian churches. The one thing about these Christian churches, they ain't doing nothing but taking your money and sleeping with your wife. And molesting your kids. That's all you hear about these go on in these Christian churches. They don't teach you the things that God tell you to teach. They don't teach you. They still celebrate Christmas. They still celebrate holiday. We just had a what? Well, ain't this Pride Month, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe so. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure what? Half of those people that's in Pride Month are Christians.
Right.
Half of those people in Pride that was out there fighting and brawling and running rapid was Christians. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is not what God told us to do. That's why we got to come back to our identity. You know what I mean? You out here celebrating Pride Month and dealing with man. For one, God said not to deal with mankind. If I could get that, if you could get that, Quatazai, that's what Leviticus chapter 18. Let me get it with you. That's Leviticus chapter 18, verse 26. 22. Leviticus chapter 18, chapter 22. The Lord says, mankind shall not lie with mankind. You know what I mean? So for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people to be out there running around like that, that's an abomination to the Most High. You celebrating something that's totally wicked. Like, we don't gain nothing from dealing with a man dealing with a man or a woman dealing with a woman. All that is what? An aggravated assault case ready to happen.
Right.
They are very domestic. Those are one of the most domestic couples is when you deal with the same sex. You know what I'm saying? If I could, you get it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
The scripture says, if a mankind lieth with another man, or with another man, like he lieth with a woman, they have both committed an abomination. And that right there, that's what God said. God's saying, if you lay down with another man, you're committing an abomination. You're going against what I'm telling you. You're going against the way of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. You can't multiply by laying down with another man. You can't multiply by laying down with another woman. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come back to this truth, and you start by either watching class or coming into class like the brothers doing. You know what I'm saying? The sisters doing. You gotta really get boots down. You gotta put your boots down on the ground and understand that thus saith the Lord, and not what you want to do. If I could go back to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 6. The Lord chose you, and you got to look at that as like, damn, like he could have chose the Chinese, he could have chose the Arab, but he chose the black, Spanish, and Indian people to have for himself. You know what I mean? And that's something that's something that our people take lightly. We take that lightly. Like, we call ourselves kings and queens, and we understand the higher power, but then again, we don't mind putting a Dutch to our mouth.
Right.
We don't mind beating our kids or beating our women. We don't mind doing none of those things. But then again, we feel as though we're these kings and queens and this whole royal people. It's like, well, act like it. Act like a king and a queen. Stop being out here shaking your tail for everybody. Stop out here having sex with everybody. You know what I mean? Go ahead, what is that?
If I could too. I mean, what you're saying, so let everyone touch on that problem, like, man, y'all don't even understand. The Bible was saying, like, why you keeping these commandments, man? When you will lay down with another man or another, woman laying down with another woman, man, y'all don't even know all the diseases and all the things that they're doing, man, to destroy their whole physical, man. Like I remember when I went to the doctors and they asked me, and I was offended by it too. They asked me have I ever been with a man.
Good night.
They asked me this, right? And the main reason why they asked is because now the follow-up question is they want to ask is, do you want to take the HIV test? Because they are the most ones that carry or catches that because of their lifestyle. Because they're doing that foul and disgusting thing that they do. You know what I mean? Case in point, I went to the clinic to get tested. You know what I mean? And also, it was always important to get tested. But get tested, right? It was nothing but Fruity Pebbles in there. It was more Fruity Pebbles than a little bit in there. And some of them had stuff they couldn't get rid of.
And that's kind of saying it's heavy because that right there is what happened when you go against the Most High. You're going to get something that you can't get rid of.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and then you're going to sit back and think like, damn, that was not worth it. That was not worth it at all. That's what a lot of brothers do. They sell drugs. I mean, and a lot of people go to jail, sit in that cell and be like, no, that wasn't worth it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's real important to know who you is. And I mean, come to class. Yeah, I mean, if you can't come to class, we look online. We made it so y'all can even watch it online. If I could, you could give me Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Like I said, he could have chose any other group of people to be special. Understand that. He could have chose any other group of people to be special, but he chose Jew. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God, it's like the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He chose you to be a special. Now, if I could, can you give me John chapter 15, verse 12? John chapter 15.
John chapter 2, verse 15?
15, verse 12.
15, verse 12, John.
Go out, sir. I mean, this is, and once again, this is the Tuesday night class, but this is a Tuesday night class, Brotherhood, and that's right here. That's what we're going to teach. We're going to teach you guys brotherhood. Teach y'all to love again, man. Love one another again, not to unalive. Be so quick to unalive at that. Like we be so quick to destroy our people and have sympathy for the other nations. You know what I mean? We always rise up against our own people and never sit there and come as one to go against the oppressor or anybody that's oppressing us.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You got it, man? 12, 15, come. So that's why it's very important to tune in, especially into this brotherhood class, man, because that's one thing we need is brotherhood. You know what I mean? We got to gather ourselves together. We got to be together as one. You know what I mean? You good? All right, Con. Oh, you can read. Con. You know what I mean? And that's wake up. Go ahead. Speak up a little bit.
Book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
That's a commandment, black man, Hispanic man, black woman, Hispanic woman. That's a commandment to love one another the same way Christ had loved with us. Keep going. Keep going.
Greater love has no man than a man lay down his life for his friends.
The scripture says there is no greater love. There is no greater love than a man laying down his life for his friend. You know what I mean? And that's what you'll find right in here in the UPK. Well, I'll die for that brother right there. You see what I'm saying? I'll die for the generals, the captains, the officers, even the troopers. I'll die for these brothers that's in this truth right now, man. We got to come together and understand that brotherhood is a weapon.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Brotherhood will get you through any demon you going through, any demon that y'all going through. Brotherhood and sisterhood will get y'all through it all. You know what I mean? Just take just a little bit of discipline. You know what I mean? Know how to discipline yourselves, and listen, anything you need, go call a brother, call a sister. You know what I mean? Vent to that sister, vent to that brother. You see what I'm saying? If I could, keep going. 14.
Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
The Lord said, you would then be his friend. You know what I mean? You'll definitely be his friend if you do whatever he says. Mind you, that was a commandment. A commandment is to love your brother. It is no greater love than a man to lay down his life for his brother. Go ahead.
It's like if I'm getting to it, just like the crime one thing, man, they fighting each other. You're supposed to lay your life down for your brother. You're supposed to be defending your brother, but you're fighting each other. Right. And this is why we need to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, because it's telling you to love one another. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Right. No, good. So, I mean, it's very important. I mean, I.S.U.P.K, listen, we got the first step for y'all. It's up to y'all to figure out what y'all gonna do. It's up to, it's up to y'all to figure out what y'all gonna do. Like, come to class. Watch it online if need be. I don't know if I could, Father, if you could give me Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 10. You gotta understand this, man. Us getting punished, the way we getting punished today, us going through a lot of things that we going through today, man. It's because we're not following the laws, statutes, commandments the Most High given us. Because we want to go into it's so easy to go into these Christian church and still be the same person you want to be today. It's so easy to do that. It's like, why not? Why not still smoke weed and feel holy at the same time? Those pastors, they ain't doing nothing but deceiving y'all. Got you thinking God knows your heart. You ever heard somebody say that? God knows your heart? Smoking a cigarette? God knows his heart, right? And what that shows you, his heart is wicked. Right. God see that your heart is wicked. You know what I mean? You're defiling yourself. You're defiling your temple. You know what I mean? If I could, you got it?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words.
Just like Israel back in the day, went against the Most High, and he refused to hear him when he told us, he gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments. We're doing that today. Right. We do that every time we put that dust to our mouth. We do that every time we look at a brother rib and wanted to do some things with it. We do that every time we walk into those Christian churches. Read from the top.
They are turned back they are turned to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them.
Just like you said, you walk right into that Christian church, you walk right into that Muslim mosque, you know what I mean? Just like our forefathers did. They refused to hear what the Most High told them to do. Right. They refused to hearken unto what he says. And that's why they out here worshiping these guys that's not even alive. These guys, listen, they worship that cross, what is this? They got Caesar Borgia on the cross. They worship him. Caesar Borgia, a man. Was he a Roman? He was a Gipper. It's a lie. They worship him. You see what I'm saying? They don't worship God. Even Christ was telling you, why thou worship me? Why should you worship me when there's one that's greater than me? Right. You see what I'm saying? Like you worship the Most High. You don't worship him. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers.
Yeah, the covenants that the Most High made with our forefathers, they broke it. We breaking it now. And we're not living how he telling us to live. And we're not basically obeying what he says. We're not in order. And I blame that on the oppressor. Blame that on it. Our parents was never taught this. Our parents was given Christianity. Blame the parents a little bit for not trying to search for that God a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape.
Listen, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. The Most High says he's going to bring evil upon you, which you cannot escape. Look at, y'all seen Kensington lately? Y'all seen Brawling Holland lately? Any transportation center, really? Y'all ain't see them Jones lately?
Right.
They cannot escape that. You know how many times they probably went to these halfway houses and to these go ahead.
It's like you're in Frankfurt Transportation Center. You wouldn't think that it's a little nicer up there, but it's crazy up there too.
It's crazy up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, but they can't escape it. No matter how much help they get, they're gonna fall right back into it because they're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High given to Israel. They don't know who they are. So I'm saying, keep reading.
And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
The Lord will not hear you. The Lord don't. As much as we cry unto Him to try to get us out of this, this captivity that we in, if we're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, He is not hearing you. He do not hear nothing that you're saying out your mouth. You're just crying. You know what I mean? You got to get back into these laws, statutes, and commandments. I mean, you got to put them cigarettes, that weed, stop dealing with whores, stop dealing with whoremongers, stop dealing with that. You know what I mean? Get into this truth. Battle your demons. You see what I'm saying? Get into this one body that we're in. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
Come. Verse 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
So, and that's what you really see today. Understand this. The scripture says, it just said what he just broke down was, if we don't hearken unto the Lord and the followers and do these commandments, He is not going to hear us. Yeah, I mean, He's not going to hear you cry out for help or nothing like that if you don't obey what He says to do. And you know what we do? We'll turn away and we'll go and worship another god, and we'll go right into those churches and read that part again.
Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense.
Yeah, they'll go cry unto those gods that they've been worshiping because they don't know who they are. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
And look, that grandma that put all that money into that Christian church still struggling. You know what I mean? That LGBTQ dude, whoever, I mean, that gay queer dude that they dumped into that water and brought back up, still queer. It's a lot. Go ahead.
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth His will, him He heareth.
Boom. Listen, if y'all don't follow these laws, so if y'all wondering why we living in hell right now, it's because we're not following God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We're not doing what He said to do. You know what I mean? We got to get back into this truth. Look, I had to battle demons. I'm from Kensington. You know what I mean? I live down Kensington now, so it was like I had to battle those demons. You know what I mean? And me battling those demons coming into this truth, I now look and see how crazy and messed up I used to be.
Right.
Because I step outside and I see the brothers doing the same thing I used to do. And I just look like, yo, you're really destroying your own people. I got a homie that sell drugs to his own mother. You're really destroying your own people. You see what I'm saying? And with that, I'll pass back over to Precinct Officer 500, Father Zachariah.
Have it up. Crazy, man. Powerful, man. I see somebody been studying. That man definitely was too wild, man. Like exactly what he was saying, man. I lived because it's the truth, and it's like I don't know. It's a different type of hell than Kensington. Like North Philly, so you go to 32nd and Diamond. It's a little bit better. That Kensington, you gotta watch out for dope needles. You gotta watch out for stepping in the watery poop. You got us trashy, it's rat infested, there's a lot of unaliving going on down there. There's a lot of prostitution going on. There's a lot of everything going down there, man. It's crazy, man, to see our people like that, man. To see our people in that condition. This is why we have to change, man. This is why we have to change, man. If you really want for the Most High to help you, you have to keep these commandments, man. You got to do His will in order for Him to hear you. A lot of our people think just praying is going to help. Praying is not always going to help. You got to put that work in. You got to change and rehabilitate yourself in order to be actually show a change and the Lord be on your side. Understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, I'm gonna prove my point right here. What's that scripture about? He'll be an enemy to our enemies. You know what I'm talking about? I think I looked at it. I think it's on the Old Testament. I'm gonna find it. Be an enemy to my enemies, to thy enemies, or something like that.
Exodus 32, I'm at 33, 22.
Well, you can read it.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22.
Go ahead.
But if thou shalt indeed obey His voice.
If thou shalt indeed obey His voice. So what that mean? You gotta listen to the Most High God. If you are a sinner, the Most High hated sinners. Christianity tell you that otherwise, but the Bible say He hated sinners, right? If you obey His voice, and the Most High is not going to hear you if you're a sinner, but if you obey His voice, go ahead.
And do all that I speak.
And do all that He tell you to. Do all that He say. Go ahead.
Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
It will be an enemy unto your enemies. Why do you think a lot of stuff happens with these oppressors? Because the I.S.U.P.K send them curses up to them oppressors. Because we do and obey His voice. We obey the Most High voice. He hears the I.S.U.P.K because we are not sinners. We don't willfully sin. Now, it's one thing if you don't know something. And once you find out, then it's like, okay, you got to stop doing it. But if you know that we're not, listen, the Most High is going to be an enemy to your enemies. So what do that mean? He hearing you. He got your back now, right? If he's the enemy to your enemies, if you obeying His voice, listening to Him, He got your back. You think you're going to have a back of a sinner? He can't trust no sinner. They lying on God. They lying on Him. They saying God is all love. Oh, so-called Jesus came for everybody, to save everybody. They lying to our people. You think God is hearing them? The God they think that's hearing, the God is actually hearing them is their oppressor. The oppressor is hearing them. The oppressor gave them that doctrine to feed our people that bull crap. That's who gave them that doctrine. Them. In order to change, and you want the Most High to listen to you, you got to obey His voice. You have to do it. You got to become a new person. You got to become a baby. And you got to get retaught. And guess what happens? The Most High start being in your favor. Don't you want that? Don't you want the Most High to listen to you? You want the Most High to listen to what you have to say and what you do. He paying attention. He paying attention to all of us. Whatever we doing behind closed door, He knows. And that's why you're in the predicament you're in now. Like people in the world, that's why a lot of things don't work out for them, because they don't want change. They don't want to change. They don't see it. They gave up on themselves. We're not taught in here to give up on ourselves. We're not taught in here to give up on our brothers or our sisters. We're taught to fight. I call myself a demon slayer. I tame demons. I'm a dragon tamer too. I tame dragons too. I like that. I kind of like it. I think I'm getting better at it. You understand? I am a conqueror. And that's what we all got to think about. We got to conquer our demons. We got to fight those demons. We got to come back to this book to fight them. But you can't do it by yourself. You got to do it with your brothers and your sisters. You'll be amazed. Listen, I say this all the time. I came in this truth about, I remember David told me, I think 2 years ago, David told me I just came in this truth. I was going through stuff in the world. I just came and jumped in here like GEN.YAHANNA told me to do. Just jump in it. I did that and never looked back. I've been here for like 2 years, but when I was a trooper or young man, I feel like I've been here 10 to 15 years. That's how they used to treat me in here. That's how I used to like. They treated me like they knew me all their life. That's how I felt. I used to listen. I went to a unity camp before, and I was not feeling it because I wasn't felt like I was a brother. You understand what I'm saying? I came in here, they treated me like a brother. They treated me like I knew him for 10 to 15 years. I tell them that all the time. So I feel like I knew y'all brothers a long time. You understand what I'm saying? But they seen something in me like, yeah, he's gonna be somebody great. And that's what you have to do. You gotta get that out your mind, thinking, oh, you're gonna be doing the stuff in here in the world and here. No, you have to change it. The Most High is not gonna hear you if you don't change. You gotta fight. I'm gonna tell you to fight. You call me quite as I'm having bad weed addiction. I want to smoke. You better fight. I can't do nothing for you. You gotta fight it. That's on you. You gotta fight that demon off you. Oh, quite as he got another woman. You better fight that demon. Because if he's doing all the right things, then he can get another woman. I mean, he's doing all the right things. You just mad because he got another woman. Quite as I'm low on my funds. I'm about to go sell some drugs. You better fight that urge. You better fight it. That's what you gotta do in here. You gotta fight you gotta fight those demons, man. This is how you conquer. You could conquer a city by fighting demons. You could conquer anything by fighting your demons. Everybody gotta fight. We all gotta put in work, and we all gotta fight. That's how you change your life, man. Now, if you could, give me where was I at? Give me give me Ephesians chapter 4, verse 20. Give me Ephesians chapter 4, verse 20. Read it when you got it.
Come. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
But ye have not so learned Christ.
You have not so learned Christ. Go ahead.
If so, be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Jesus.
Listen. If you've been taught, Jesus Christ is about to teach you right now, because the truth is in Jesus, so-called Jesus, Yahweh Shine in Hebrew. The truth is in him. And what is the truth? Do anybody know what the truth is? In a nutshell? Anybody want to take a stab at it? What the truth is? Go ahead.
Brotherhood, laws, statutes, and commandments.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a stab at it, young man K?
Define the truth.
Define what the truth really is. Because we said we home in the truth, right? What is the truth? The truth is in so-called Jesus, right? What makes him have the truth in him? Like, what is the truth? What?
The doctrine of the Most High.
Say again?
The doctrine of the Most High.
Yeah, you had it right the first time. I want him to answer it though. No, you was right. You was on it on the first time. I want him to answer because he got to learn this too. You got to learn that the truth is in Christ, and I'm a time's sake with young man D was saying the truth is the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what the truth is. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to learn that the main reason why we follow Christ is because the truth is in him. And we got to learn from Christ because the truth is in Christ. Understand? Keep going. Like Christ was the perfect man. And I want to say this too. There's no excuse for us not to keep these commandments because so-called Jesus kept the commandments in another man's land.
Right.
He literally kept the commandments and he was perfect. He was considered perfect. And he kept the commandments in another man's land. What did I tell you? That you can do it. I can do it. Nathan can do it. Sister can do it. Young man K can do it. Anybody can keep these commandments. And you blacks, Hispanic, and American Indians. No oppressor can't keep you from there. Listen. I work for the city. I don't care if they don't mean like. I'm gonna keep these commandments though. If they ever try to infringe on my right, it's like my mom taught me. I do that super very well. Understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can still keep these commandments, man. That's what it's all about. Christ did it. He showed us. He was a prime example of showing us that it can happen. That it's not hard to do. How can he do it? He was a man. How can he do it and I can't? You understand what I'm saying? Man, is y'all cool? Y'all too wild? No, go ahead. Yeah. Listen. Y'all feel as though y'all cold, y'all hot. Just let us know, man. But like I said, man, Christ was perfect. And man, anybody know what perfect is? Before Nathan come back and read, nobody know what perfect is? What perfect is? Like, what's the definition? Like, what you think it is? Go ahead. Yeah.
Not sinning.
Okay, not sinning. Okay. You want to take a stab at it, young man K? What do you think what perfect is?
Keeping the commandments.
Say again?
Keeping the commandments.
Okay, keeping the commandments. You want to take a stab at it, sis?
I would say clean.
Okay, clean. Nathan, you want to take a stab at it? What perfect is?
Perfect is following all statutes and commandments.
Okay. Y'all all right. Y'all right. All on it, right? But think about it like this. You know how Christian church is like, Christian church taught us that we can't be perfect, right? Which don't make sense because Christ was perfect. And they want to be followers of Christ, right? So why don't you want to be perfect if Christ was perfect, right? The Christian church is crazy. You see how simple that was? Universal practical knowledge. This knowledge is practical. It's not that hard. It's simple, right? And to sum it up in one word, perfection or being perfect is being complete. Christ kept all the commandments, which was complete, right? Now, for example, you get a house and you want this house a certain way. So say if you want this house, you want blue paint on the walls, right? And you walk in that house and there's black paint on the walls. What are you going to say? You might say, this is not perfect. I don't like this. You're not satisfied with it, right? But now as soon as they get that blue paint, you're going to be like, it's perfect. Everything is perfect now, right? So think about it like that. Perfect is like complete. So-called Jesus was complete. He kept all the commandments. He was perfect. He was without sin. That's what that is, right? Now, go back to the scripture that I wanted.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 21. If so, be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Jesus.
The truth is in truth is in Jesus. Go ahead.
That he put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Read from the top again.
Okay. That he put off concerning the former conversation.
You put off the former conversation. What is the former conversation? Is the way you used to speak, the way you used to act, the way you used to carry yourself. That's the former conversation. Go ahead.
The old man.
The old man. The old man. That's very important. You don't want to be that old man. You don't want to be that old woman. You want to be new, right? You got to come in here being a baby, a new creature in Christ. You got to put away that old person. Go ahead.
Which is corrupt.
Which is corrupt. Your old self is corrupt. I was corrupt. I was corrupted. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. If my grandma and my aunts and them and my people that my family members was here, and they would tell you, I was the bad, what's it called, the black sheep of the family? That's what they call it, right? I was the black sheep. I was the person. Listen, I was so bad that if somebody blamed something on me and I didn't do it, they can still believe I did it. Because I do some stuff like that. That's how bad I was. Understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
According to the deceitful lust.
The deceitful lust. Just like GEN.YAHANNA broke out yesterday, ain't nothing wrong with lust, right? But deceitful lust, it's like you looking at another man's wife and you trying to, oh, look at her, I want to sleep with her. That's deceitful lust. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And be renewed.
And be what?
Renewed.
Be renewed. Keep going.
In the spirit of your mind.
In the spirit of your mind, right? You got to renew your spirit, man. And how you do it? Through your mind. That's how you renew your spirit. You got to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, and learn all over again who you are and what you got to do as an Israelite to change your life for the betterment of your people and for the betterment of yourself. Like, you got to save yourself. I'm here to help, but it's on you to do the work. I can tell you, keep the commandments. Stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Stop getting high. I can tell you this all day to make your head spin. But you're going to have to do the work yourself. Because I want to be like, yeah, he did that. He did that work. I just brought the message, but he applied it. She applied it. To come in here to see brothers change their lives, man, that's the most greatest feeling that I like about myself when I see people change. I see people come from unalivers, come from drug dealers, come from the horrible background that they used to live to a new person. Like, dang, bro, you really, like, you talk different. Like, he's not the same person no more. Like, that's what you need to come to. Like, people need to say, yo, man, you really changed. Like, I remember when I was in the world, when I started smoking weed. And I'm pretty sure you know. It was when you start smoking weed, right? And it's like you chilling with your homie that smoke weed and all. Don't do that. So you always smoking weed. It's like, dang, bro, you really start smoking, bro. Even try to pass you the blunt and all that. It's like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I've been through that, man. Like, brothers used to like try, like, hey, bro, you don't smoke. That's crazy. You don't smoke no more, bro. It's like, nah, I don't smoke no more, bro. Like, I'm off that, man. He's like, I respect it. You want to smoke? No, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm off that. You know what I mean? That's how you gotta move out here. That's how people know, like, man, you really changed, bro. I would never stop smoking weed. I used to put in my racks. I'm smoking weed forever. I said that in my rack before. I want to smoke weed to the day that I die. I really believe that. I didn't touch a blunt in like 3 or 4 years. Probably longer than that. I don't even remember. But now I'm becoming a new person. I changed the way I think. And man, I look at everything as a spirit. I don't look at everything as a human being. I don't look at you as a human being. I look at you as a spirit. You know what I mean? Like the way you act, the way your mannerism is, that's all your spirit to me. So how I'm moving, I'm looking through. I'm like, okay, I'm just looking. But seeing is you going to change. I'm trying to see the change. But you got to see the change through your spirit. Your spirit is going to show you that, like, okay, it's going to help you fight them demons off you so you can change. That's what's going to have to happen. Now, you keep going.
Verse 24. And then he put on the new man.
You put on that new man. You know how amazing it feels to say that you actually did it? I did it. Like that's like all it like how good it felt for me to not actually smoke weed. That felt good, and I actually did it. I put that new man on me, man. I put that new man on me. Listen, I used to love tuna fish. I used to mess some tuna fish up, man. Like especially the decent Watson Joe you get for the poppy store. Man, I found I couldn't eat that. I was heartbroken. But guess what? I had to do it because I had to put that new man on. And that new man was in effect. I had to do it. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I try to tell people to do to change. Get rid of that old person. That old person got to die. It cannot live anymore. And leave it where is it at? Because when it come back, it's gonna be way worse than how you was before. Kill that old man and that old woman. Leave it in the past. You know, you want to better yourself, you want to better your community, that's what you do. You get rid of all the old, disgusting, filthy things that never worked in your life and put these new things in your life that's going to work.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you need help, counsel is always there.
Right.
You understand? If you need help, your brothers is always there. Your sisters is always there. You come in the I.S.U.P.K. Listen, a lot of people talk about the I.S.U.P.K. outside these doors. Man, I came in here. Listen, I knew, like, I don't just jump into stuff. I observe it. I peep game. I look at it. I see this is what I want to do. I came in the I.S.U.P.K. It's not like what they say out there, but you all had to see it for yourself. The I.S.U.P.K. changed my life within 6 months. They changed my life in 6 months. Probably less than that. I learned more in here than I learned in the whole world. I call and get counsel a lot, and I learned more in 15 minutes than my mother and my father ever taught me. Coming in here is very key for your survival and to help you save yourself from yourself, because we have to do it. I had to save myself from myself. Somebody had to tell me my problems, like tell me all the demons that I had on me for me to change. But you're gonna have to apply it, man. Just because you know you're Israelite don't mean you're not gonna be a sinner. You know what I mean? Just because you know that you're from the tribe of Judah don't mean that you ain't gonna have blood in your mouth. That you ain't gonna be out here fornicating. You ain't gonna be putting away women and doing all types of evil things, man. Just because you know it don't mean anything. Now you gotta apply it. Now you gotta show me something. So I was like, damn, young man, he changed. He coming in here strong, in all black. He reading nice and loud. He deserved that Hebrew name. It's like the sister, she coming in strong. I said how she tried to meet her change, the way she speak changed. She deserved that Hebrew name. And also, touching on the Hebrew names, man. Getting your Hebrew name is the most important thing in your life because it makes you change too. Like when you get your Hebrew name, it might be something I see in you, but you also gotta live that Hebrew name to the day. You gotta live it. Like our language is action. It's not how today is. Like love today is mushy. Love, according to the Bible, is keeping the commandments for time's sake. It's an action. You have to do it. In order for me to love you, I got to keep these commandments. Understand? It's an action. Your Hebrew name is an action, and you have to live it. So once you get that Hebrew name, I'm quite as I'm edge of the sword. You understand what I'm saying? Don't start. I know he's going to do that. Listen, I'm quite as a girl. I'm edge of the sword. You understand me? You know what I mean? I'm fit for battle. I am a warrior. And I act like that, and I'm sharp like a sword, and I'm on point like a sword, and I cut deep like a sword. I can hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I am. I make people cry. Just say it. You know what I mean? But like I said, just like the Nathaniel is the angel of generosity. You understand what I'm saying? He is the angel of generosity, so he got to live up to that. You understand what I'm saying? He got to be generous. You understand what I'm saying? He got to be a giver. You understand what I'm saying? He got to live that name up, and that makes him change. You know what I mean? Just like me, I got to live my name. When you get your Hebrew name, when young man can't get, his Hebrew name, Lord allow, since you come in here, do your 90 days, you want to, You want to stay here, you get your Hebrew name and you change. You live that Hebrew name. And man, you live it up. You live it. You understand what I'm saying? And give me Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. We'll end with that. Yeah, man. We'll end with Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Said 4 verse 1.
Yeah.
Come. This is the book. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Go ahead.
This is the book of the commandments.
This is the book of the commandments. For those who don't know, the Apocrypha and this Bible right here, these are the book of the commandments. If you want to get the Bible with the Apocrypha, you get the 1611 King James Version Bible. They got the Apocrypha in it as well. But these two are the book of the commandments. Keep going.
Of God.
Of God. This is the book of the commandments of God. You understand? Go ahead.
And the law that endureth forever.
And the law that endureth forever. What does that mean? The law that endureth forever. What does that mean? Go ahead. No, I want to answer.
The law will ever change.
Okay. Law endureth. Hey, now man, K, you want to know what you want to get a stab at it? The law that endureth forever. What do you think that means? Okay, the law don't change. Okay, that's a good question. You want to take a stab at it, sis?
Everlasting.
It's everlasting. Okay, I like that. What's wrong with that?
The law that's never put away.
Right, the law that's never put away. Y'all all right? The law is never put away. The law endureth forever. The law endureth. You keep this law until the day that you die. Simple. You don't leave this law. You keep it to the day that you die. That's enduring. Like, you might not even want to listen. As I said, it's like getting high. You can't fight the addiction of marijuana. But the law endureth forever. So which means is you better stop smoking weed. Because you, no matter if you stop or keep going, it's still going to stand. Still going to be here. Still going to stay here. And when you die and when you leave and perish this earth, it's still going to be here. It's not going anywhere. This law is not going nowhere. Go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
All that they keep it shall come. You keep this commandment, you're going to come to life, man. You're going to come to life. You're going to see a different you. You're going to be full of life when you keep these commandments, man. Understand that. Keep going.
But such as leave it shall die.
And whoever shall leave it shall die, man. If you leave these commandments, you wonder why we dying out here? You want to know why we fighting that Pride Month? Because we're dying out here. We're spiritually dead. We lack brotherhood in the black community. This is why the I.S.U.P.K is here to teach blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians that we need to start loving one another and start keeping these commandments because the law endures forever. It's my job to tell you that the law endures forever. And if you don't keep this, don't complain that why we're in this predicament that we are in. And we need to get out of this predicament. That's why you need to listen to brothers like me and the GEN.YAHANNA try to wake you up. Is there any more on that? And with that, Quad Zachariah with the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General Yahanna. You understand what I'm saying? We are here to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that they're the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And we're teaching that the oppressor, that the devil that the Bible speaks of, and we need to come back together, so we can rule and put Esau in captivity. And I can't wait till that happens. And we make 10 cents an hour. With that, I'm passing up to priest and officer of the GEN.YAHANNA. Pump it up.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. With the I.S.U.P.K, one West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister have interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. This is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is the commandments. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Mere 10th in Hebrew, I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the teacher, priest funds, free will offering, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of First Fruit, and that's in June 17th.
Read it right there, man. Every time you want to Shamar, just read that right there.
The Feast of First Fruit starts after the Sabbath of leavened bread, sundown, Sunday, April 28th, 2024. No, that's not good.
No, go ahead. No, you're right. It started at the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
April 24th, count 50 days, celebrate the 50th day. Monday, June 17th, 2024, start before sundown.
Right.
You can find that in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10 to 22. Remind I.S.U.P.K to check the bullets of board in the hallway. And if anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start to wear a black, boot, pants, shirt, and headband and scarf. And with that, I invite you to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Barak, Top, Sar, which means turn to the sisters are mighty, which means to stand. You're going to push your feet in a 45-degree angle. Right hand on your left. Head bow down. All right, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amai, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, love by Shem Yahshua. Yahweh.
She got somebody to check.
Oh, that's it. Yahweh, Shamar, Hashem, Yahshua. At the top, hand it down, best